Hi, everyone. It's Brandon from Brandon's Baseball Cards. Hope you're all having a nice weekend. I have something different for you today. I wanted to go through my five favorite Nolan Ryan cards. Nolan Ryan is a player that has some really, really nice cards, and I grew up a big Nolan Ryan fan. Obviously, it was towards the end of his career when I began collecting and pursuing his cards in particular. But a lot of great memories with my papa, some really great memories with my pawpaw, who is my dad's dad. My grandparents on both sides, I have some really great memories around Nolan Ryan and either finding his cards in packs or finding his cards at the flea market. But I just thought it would be nice to go through my five favorite Nolan Ryan cards. Now, keep in mind, I do not have all these cards in my collection. I don't really actually collect individual cards that much anymore. I focus much more on unopened packs. But the first card that I had to mention, my fifth favorite Nolan Ryan card, is this 71 Topps card. The Royal Crown sign in the back, the fact that he's in the middle of pitching, the imagery on this card. I do like this card a lot. I don't like all of his cards with the Mets as much as some of his later cards, but to me, this is such an awesome card. And I love the black borders. Of course, this is a very conditioned 1971 Topps is a very conditioned sensitive set because the black is prone to chipping. But just an iconic card, beautiful image, and um, I don't know. This card has always been the one Mets card of his that has really spoken to me. My fourth favorite is the 1983 Topps Nolan Ryan, and this is the most beautiful set of the 80s in my opinion. 83 Topps is just fantastic. The photography, the fact that the design where you have the little uh, uh, image here and then the bigger image on the rest of the card. I think the design is fantastic. Um, and this particular card is awesome just because Nolan is in the middle of getting ready to throw a pitch, and he's got his glove up. Just a really, really iconic card. Love him in the Astros uniforms, and he looks very, very intense. Which is one of his calling cards. He was an intense pitcher, right? So this is my fourth favorite Nolan Ryan card. My third favorite is from my probably my favorite set from the 1970s, and that's 1977 Topps. You cannot beat a card with Nolan Ryan getting ready to throw a pitch with the bluest sky you've ever seen in the background and this beautiful design of 77 Topps where you have the team logo up here and the pinkish purple of the Angels here with the little pennant that says pitcher. The whole design of 77 Topps is fantastic, and this particular card has always been probably my favorite card in the 77 Topps set, other than maybe the Tony Perez card. Right, I just love this card, and this is my third favorite Nolan Ryan card. My second favorite Nolan Ryan card is the 81 Topps. And there are several 81 Topps Astros cards that have this absolutely beautiful blue sky in the background. And they have, of course, this orange Astros hat and the orange Astros uh, hat logo down here, which was the design for 81 Topps. Joe Niekro has a similar card with the same blue background. J.R. Richard has a similar card with the same blue background. I don't know if they just took pictures all the same day, right? If it was just a photographer saying, "Okay, Nolan, J.R., Joe, come over here. We're going to take your picture," whatever the case may be. There's a lot of Astros cards in the 81 set that have this beautiful blue background, and the blue contrasted with the orange hat and the orange hat down here, and the fact that this is a portrait, it's different than other Nolan Ryan cards, and I like that. And so this is my second favorite Nolan Ryan card. My favorite Nolan Ryan card is the 1980 Topps. Since I was a young kid who had just gotten into card collecting, I have always loved this card. And I found this isn't the exact card that from my childhood, but I found this card at a flea market with my pawpaw, who is my dad's dad. And I used to go to the flea market with him, and I forget how old I was. I wasn't old enough where I actually had any money of my own. I was probably 8, maybe. And I went to a flea market with him in Southwest Florida, and a dealer had this card. He had a bunch of cards, and this card spoke to me. And but I didn't have any money, and I forget how much it was. It might have been $20 or something like that at the time. But my pawpaw bought the card for me, and I'll never forget that. A very, very cool moment. And I got it home, and it was for years as a young kid. It was the best Nolan Ryan card in my collection, because I couldn't afford, a 75 tops Nolan, or 74 tops, or anything that expensive. So this was my best Nolan Ryan card, and it's my favorite, not only because of that, but just because the image on this, and the fact that he's about to release the pitch, the intense look on his face. Of course, this card came out, and he was already with the Houston Astros when the card came out. But the fact that it's got the pink, again, the pink purple banner or pennant, whatever you want to call it, up here, and then the pinkish purple here. I think there's some really, really awesome cards of him in the Angels. So I think the reason I like this card so much, other than the sentimentality of it, is similar to the reason I like the 77 tops with him. So I think it's something to do with the colors and the vibrancy of it, and what an awesome picture to have. So those are my top 5 favorite Nolan Ryan cards, and hope you enjoyed this. I'd love to hear what your favorite Nolan Ryan cards are. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Keep collecting vintage unopened baseball, everybody. Take care of each other. I'll be back with another video soon.